check it out, Casper!
So many of you guys who've been around this channel for a while ago may remember when I told you guys a real life story about how I played a gig with my band and actually got an earplug stuck in my head. So you know that I'm in a band, and for those of you who don't remember that, it's nothing massive. We don't like tour arenas around the world. We just play a few gigs locally, record some music, and in fact all of you have heard our recording, assuming that anybody here watched the introduction of this video, which I'm guessing everybody did, because we sound like this. Which you may also recognise from the outro I played. And that's our music. It's sort of punk rock, I guess you could call it, or, you know, whatever genre you want to call that. Mostly we just, you know, play for fun, make songs that we like, and record the odd song here and there. And one day we discovered this amazing video on YouTube by a YouTuber called Wilbur Sagunaraj, and the song is sort of like, it's about an Indian guy who wants a love marriage, not an arranged marriage, and it sounds like this.
I want the love marriage, don't want arranged marriage. A party, oh, ay, a party, oh, ay.
It's amazing, basically, and that we knew it was amazing. We had to do something about how amazing this song was, so we recorded our own version in our own style, and that one sounded like this. It was a lot of fun, and it was so funny because the original was just such an entertaining song. So we uploaded it and showed it on Wilbur's own, I think it was his Facebook page or something, and we just expected he would completely ignore it, not even know that it existed. But much to our surprise, he actually responded, and he loved it. He really liked our punk rock cover of his weird electro dance techno Indian pop song. And not long after that, he actually asked us to record a whole album of covers of his songs, and we did it. The album's called Tales from Tamil Nadu. I think it is on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. The band is KD Knows My Name. So if you are interested in actually hearing it, you can go ahead and listen to it. I don't get any of the money from it. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. Genuinely, if you're interested, it's there. It's quite a weird album. I mean, all the lyrical content is about a lot of Indian themes. For example, one of my favorite ones is about how having a mustache is what a man should have. It's called The Mark of a Man is a mustache. It goes like this.
Beautiful actress wants to spend some time with the man who has a mustache just like mine. The mark of the man is a mustache. The mark of the man is a mustache.
There's all sorts of funny songs. He's a brilliant creator. Sort of a little bit comedy, a little bit serious, and a little bit of everything, really. And not long after this, it turned out that he's actually making a movie called Simple Superstar, which is one of the songs as well that is also on that album. And essentially a lot of Wilbur's YouTube content isn't just songs, it's a lot about raising awareness of equality. Obviously he's an Indian man, so it's a lot of stuff about Indian culture and equality for women and all that sort of stuff. It's a very heartwarming channel. He's trying to do the right thing, definitely in my point of view, and basically bringing light to people who are in disadvantaged situations, making sure that everybody lives a good life, essentially. And the movie was going to be like an indie film, fairly well produced, but obviously independently funded and all that. And he actually wanted us to be in the movie. And he's got fans all over the world. So the idea was that he's going to tour the world, and he would then film a load of scenes with people who are his fans from all over the world and intertwine that into the story and so on. So he actually came over to us. I think he lives in Canada. I think he lives between Canada and India. And he came over all the way to us in South Wales, which is in the UK. Completely, you know, not a lot goes on here. So it was amazing that this guy making a movie from Canada and India about world culture would come and film with us. And he actually stayed in our house for a couple of days. At the time we all lived in a house together, me and my friends, and we played a gig across the street, and he sung with us as we performed some of his songs, which was insane. And then he filmed some clips and that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think any of it actually made it into the movie. However, that was always the plan, and the album still exists. So this is where the Rolling Stone India comes in. The Rolling Stone, big magazine, was, maybe still is, the leading rock music magazine, or general music magazine, I think it might be these days. And there's obviously an Indian edition, and they published an article about him, specifically about the movie. And this is all the way back in 2011. Oh my god, time flies. Unless you're interested in Wilbur himself, the article's not going to entertain you too much, but it basically talks about his tour that he was doing and the fact that he was making a movie. He's making a house album. I don't know if that ever came out. There might be a version of his songs all house remixed. I'll have to look that up after this. But then it mentions us. I just noticed this. They've spelt my nationality incorrectly. Welsh does not have a C in it, everybody. But it says, serving testament to the fact that the First Class Stars fan base is global, Welsh punk rockers, Katie Knows My Name, that's us, released an 11-track album, Tales from Tamil Nadu, blah, 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 blah. You can, as it says there, you can check it out on iTunes. I think it's on Spotify as well, so if you do have a subscription, you can listen to it. It might even be on everything, Google Play Music and all that stuff as well. But that is that. That is how not my personal name, but the band which I am in and contributed to is mentioned in the Rolling Stone India. Not the, like, Rolling Stone, but at least one publication of the Rolling Stone. And, I mean, that's a pretty cool claim to fame, right? It's so awesome, and I'm proud of it, as you can probably tell. That's how I ended up mentioned in the Indian Rolling Stone.